Want to know how I lamb on a small scale here, Brimbach? Then watch this video. First thing you got to take into consideration, if you're lambing early, you want to lamb indoors. You normally start lambing in January, so the weather can be cold and wet, so it's best to be inside. Now there's no grass growing in the shed, so you got to bring your feed in. And you notice, this is pretty much like hay, but it's actually haylage. We make our hay like hay out in the field, but due to storage reasons then, we wrap it up. The sheep absolutely love the dry stuff, and even the lambs, they'll have a peck at it as well, and that's a great starter feed for them in the shed. Right, so in the shed I've got a section which is what I call general population. When the sheep come in here, they lamb in general population, then I move them over into individual pens then. Now depending on the ewe and the lamb, they might be in there for a week, they might be in there for 2 weeks. So in here we've got triplets, they will be here for a bit longer, they'll probably be in here for 2 weeks for them to get the best head start at life. Singles, they might only be in there for a week, and doublers, if they're coming on great, they'll only be in there for a week as well. If you notice, this is not a ewe, this is one of the rams we've got. Now a lot of people, they don't bring the rams in the shed, but I like to bring my rams in. It's a good time to build the condition back up, keep an eye on them, see if there's anything wrong with them, and they absolutely love coming in the shed as well. Another important aspect of a lambing operation, you've got to have clean fresh water. Now I find these type of drinkers are the best. This is a JFC plastic one. Very hard wearing, it's been in here a few years, the sheep haven't cracked it, and you've only got a little bit of water in there, so that never goes stale or stagnant, it's always fresh. I put this little step here, that's for the lambs to be able to get up here to drink. You don't want your water too low for the fresh spawn lambs to get their heads in the water, because they will drown. So keep your drinker up a bit, so only lambs who are a few weeks old can get access to it. Another thing I've got in here, which you don't find in anybody's lambing shed, I've got a creep feeder. Because we're lambing early, I like to get the lambs with the best head start in life as possible. So I've got just a little bit of supplementary feed that I feed the lambs, and this makes it more possible for them when they leave the shed, they're big and strong, and they'll be too big for the fox to get them. Because that's lambing early is or late. One of the biggest problems you've got is foxes taking your lambs. So what I try to do here in Brimbach, I try to build the lambs up really quick in the shed, so when they're out in the field, they're on the grass-based system end of the shed, they're big enough to stay away from the fox. Now, looking at this big boy, you'll be forgiven to think that he's a few weeks old. Actually, he was born last night, and this is probably one of the biggest lambs that I've ever had here in Brimbach. Just for comparison, this one here is one of the three, so it's one of the triplets, and this one's a single. Same age, born last night. Just look at the size difference between the two. Another very important supplement you want in your lambing shed is a high energy lick. Now if you don't supply a high energy lick, you risk the chance of ewes getting what's called twin lamb. where the ewe will go blind, she'll go down, and she'll lose all the lambs inside her. So always have a high energy lick in the lambing shed. Now let's have a look in the pen. So these lambs were born last night. They've got a nice big pen. I normally do them 6 foot by 4 foot because that's what these sheep are. They've got a hay rack which they share with the pen next door. So that's all I do. I take the hay out from the main feeder, and they've got a bucket of clean water. Now, never leave your bucket on the floor because your lambs will drown in this when they're very young. So hook them up, keep them off the floor, and everything's fine. And just a tip, when lambs are born, get yourself a bottle of iodine with the pump spray and spray the belly button there. That helps that to go hard, dry up, and it stops it getting infected. Another reason you want your rams in the shed with you, because when your lambs and ewes are in the shed for the winter, they're only in here for a few months, but it's a great time to get them soupy, get them soft, get them used to handle. So when they're out in the field and you call them, they come, and some rams come pretty nasty. I've got a big boy here, and he's the softest ram here. So that's another good reason you want your rams in your sheds in the winter. Now when the ewes are close to lambing, you want to start feeding them. So I feed them big rolls like this. And the reason I feed them this size is you get less wastage. If this were to fall on the floor, because I feed them on clean straw and they pick their way through, it's big enough they don't waste it. And that's the biggest factor of when you're feeding cake. If you're feeding a small roll, they can lose that within the bedding and that's lost. So if you think you've bought a ton of feed in, they haven't actually consumed a ton. But buying the big rolls, you get less wastage, and if you're buying a ton, you're actually feeding a ton. Now, roughly how much I feed them, every ewe gets roughly that much twice a day, 2 handfuls. Once they've lambed after a couple of weeks and the lambs are on the creep, I'll just reduce this down to 1 hand, and then once they're outside on a grass-based system, then they don't get any supplements at all. I might keep the licks going for a couple of weeks after, but apart from that then, they're not on any feed, just grass. This is purely just to help the mother make plenty of milk for the lambs, so your lambs come big and strong. So you've had a tour of the lambing shed and you see how I lamb inside at Bryn Bach. Now I'd love to hear how you lamb on a small scale. Just put a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.